Well, thank you, Captain. We're going to go ahead and get started. Don't forget what they forgot. The kingdom within. Why don't we just pick up where we left off? And go for, but I think what I want to do is backtrack this time, okay? So let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter number, let's deal with the kingdom of peace in chapter number 11 in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter number 11. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. The kingdom within. You see the rod out of the stem. So something is on the inside of Jesse's loin. He's carrying a king of kings and a lord of lords. But the kingdom within is going to have to come forth through a stem. You understand, through a root. Not a stem cell research. Now, we're not going to read all this, but we're going to deal with some important parts of it. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. The anointing of God shall rest upon him. Not when it says spirits, you're dealing with gifts. The spirit of wisdom and understanding. Now notice that wisdom is a spirit. Wisdom has a spirit. Understanding has a spirit. Believe it or not, dumb and stupid got a spirit too. The spirit of counsel. Did you see that? These are spirits. Well, they're spirits. They are alive. Counsel, just like Mike, just like Jan, just like Rudolph, counsel is alive. Wisdom is alive. Understanding is alive. Counsel and might, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. Isn't that something? The spirit of knowledge and of the fear of God. Notice, after all of these blessings and all of these understanding of different spirits, he said the main thing is the fear of the Lord. He closed it out with that. Knowing that he himself is going to be walking as a reverential man on earth. And as he's walking on earth, he must have the fear of the Father, even of knowing himself as the Lord. Can you walk around being afraid of your own self? Jesus is having to do something just like that. And shall make him of quick understanding. And in the fear of the Lord, he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You won't be able to tell him anything. You can't just show him anything. Jesus is going deeper than what you can see or what you can hear, but with righteousness. See, who judges after the sight of eyes and ears? Mankind do. Mankind's sight says, if you're not the right color, the judge can destroy you. I saw something. I don't have time to chase no rabbits. The Lord's not going to let me chase a rabbit. But I need to say this real quick. I saw a great evil upon the judges of the land. And this great evil that the Lord allowed me to see was given, I'm going to give it to you straight now, given unto many white Caucasian people who had the power and did so destroy and continue to destroy many black people. This power of great evil is given unto them and allowed unto them by our Father, even God. No, it's allowable. It's allowable. Even Satan himself to destroy a certain sect of human beings on the face of this earth, even with this President 45 and all of his judges. Y'all, brothers and sisters in Christ, the Lord is going to release me, I believe, before the election to do Politics 9. Okay? Politics 9 is what we're going to be doing. Politics 8. So it'll be Politics 9, Politics 8. So y'all know that'll be coming down through the broadcast sooner or later. All right? So we will get to that. Politician 9, Politics 8. I can't wait. And that'll probably be real soon because the election will be over here after a while. We only have a few days left for the election. So it'll probably be on this week. Get ready. Y'all know what's going to happen, don't you? Prophet Johnson, I can't wait. I can't either. Because I get to tell y'all, don't I? That's right. I get to tell y'all again. They're going to blow that one up, aren't they? All right. Say, what are you doing tonight? I'm just chilling. You know, back in the day you said just illin'. You know? Just taking it easy right now. That's all. I'm still here. Y'all don't want no fire anyway. You probably get some before this broadcast is over. Here it goes. Verse number 3 again. And shall make, this is Isaiah chapter number 11, talking about the kingdom within, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. Really talking about Jesus Christ coming down through the line of age. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. That's why I stopped and said what I said. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor. You see? Oh, God! But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. Come on. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Oh, you don't see it. You don't see it. But we're standing in the midst of a spoken word. Oh, my God. Enjoy this life, humanoids. Enjoy this life, species among mankind. Eat, drink, be merry, or be merry. Have have your sex, drugs, rock and roll. You got it going on, Mr. Miss Preacher. Live that holy, good old sensual, sexual life. Mr. Man in the streets, go ahead and get on down with do dirty. Because when they catch you, they gonna do you dirty. Enjoy it. Why? Because you don't want to hear this. It's appointed unto man once to die. Then after that, the judgment. Oh no. See, the thing that we don't understand is that we can either live a good life or we can live a bad life. We can live a clean life or we can live a dirty life. A holy life or a hell life. God gave us free will to choose. Persuasion, this persuasion coming not from above. This persuasion is sensual. It is earthly. Where did it come from? It come from below. It come from hell. So that's why, God help us all. People, I'm pleading with you. Please hear me. This is DEFCON warning. Please hear me. Every young person, every single individual, please, I beg you, I get down on my knees and look up toward heaven and just bow my head and just plead with God. And I'm pleading with you. I am so pleased. Pretty please, sugar, honey, please, sugar, please, with a cherry on top. Oh, that's enough of that. I ain't studying you. Get out of my way, Miss Religious. I'm going deep. Heifer. Get out of my way, Mr. Religious Bastard. I want to get someone right here. Whatever you do, I feel sorry for the people overseas, Muslim, Indians, and other people. Whatever you do in America, do not ever allow, I'm begging you, no man or no woman, Christian or not, to choose a spouse, a husband, or a wife for you. Don't let no other man persuade you into meeting a woman that you may regret for the rest of your life. Don't let no other woman persuade you into meeting a man that you may regret for the rest of your life. God said when a man finds a wife, you understand? He leaveth his mother and his father. People, I'm warning y'all while y'all are young. Some hookups may work from the old days when they had the chaperones. Do not allow some false prophet to introduce you to some woman or some man that God do not have to make you happy and complete for the rest of your life. In other words, don't make a mistake while you young in which you are going to regret. You don't hear it now. See, because you're hot on your hind end. Don't make the mistake that you're going to regret for the rest of your life. I'm begging y'all. I know what I'm talking about. And Mr. Preacher, you understand, Mr. Doc. Yeah, I'm talking to you, brother. You and the prophetess, I'm talking to y'all. You know where you at. You got that little hook up. You better keep it. But you better check her attitude. Because her attitude ain't going nowhere. She got a nasty disposition. She got a nasty attitude, brother. You better check that. Because you got a good heart. You love to laugh and smile. Have a good time. But she's doggish. She's bigoted. You know who I'm talking to. Come on now. They're going to mess you up. Don't let nobody mess up your life by putting you with something or someone that you don't even want to be with. Y'all better hear me. Don't you do it. Because when you say I do, you did. God knew exactly what he was talking about when he gave those commandments. Don't make me read them, because I will go get them. And y'all know I'll go get them. I'll go get every one of them. He knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was doing. I'm pleading with y'all right now. Why Prophet Johnson? Because somebody's about to make that mistake. You're going to make that mistake and you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. That's why people go and tell lies. And they get married 3, 4, and 5 times. I'm going deep. God ordained marriage to be once for a lifetime. Don't get mad at me. I can teach it. But he said, for the hardness of your heart. That's why Moses gave us that law that called the bill of divorcement. Now listen to me. You can listen to your heretics and you can listen to your hearsays all you want. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm trying to help you. If that man done lied to that first woman and done divorced her, that same spirit have not been delivered from that man. You understand? So possibly the exact same thing is going to happen to you. If that woman lied to that first man and left him for the second man and lied to the second man like she did the first man and now done got rid of the second man and got a third man, you better check the resume of that first and that second man. Because you're going to find out. You got one life to live. You're not going to go back and get 25 years of your mistake, 30 years. You're not going to be able to do it. I'm pleading with y'all now because there's somebody I'm going to save. If you don't want her, don't marry her. If you don't want him, don't marry him. Don't do it for no family. Don't do it for no church folks. Don't you do it for nobody on earth. Don't you do that. Because you are going to regret it. And I'm going to tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work out. I'm telling you, this is real. I never, ever wanted to make a vow to God and break it. And I told God, I will keep your vow and I will not break your vow that I made to you. And that I did. The others broke it and destroyed the covenant. That's why God is able to show you right now, don't you go down that same road. Because now I see just how serious this is with God. So keep on playing, church. No. What, Prophet Johnson, what about the woman with the issue of blood at the well? She been married 5 times and the husband that she had wasn't hers. It took a word to deliver her, didn't it? But these are Christian folks here. These are Christian people. They already know the word. They're supposed to already be delivered. Jesus said, now you go on back and get your little tail on back down there. And she said, come on up here. Let me show y'all a man that told me everything I ever did. And here's on top of this, Jesus, let me give it to you straight. This Prophet Johnson language. She's standing up there. She got a little hot little tail. You already know she know how to switch it and shake it in front of them. She done had 5 of them. So she came up there trying to trick Jesus on a little smooch. Jesus looked at her, said, I don't want your little hot, little stinking tail. Say, I made your little stinking tail. Jesus, I made your little tail stinking. I knew you was hot. I knew you was going to like a good little smooch. But now, what I'm about to give you is greater than any smooch you're going to get. I'm going to give you deliverance. I'm going to give you salvation. So Jesus told her, you know, how many of you done had? Well, Lord, I ain't got, yeah, you do. You done had 5 or 6 of them. And then you're sleeping with, I don't want to call no name. And then you're sleeping with the devil's brother. And you think I don't know it? Oh, how you know I was over there with Mr. Diabolos? Jesus said, I knew you was there. Now you go back and get rid of him and get yourself together. Oh, Lord, come see a man. She started preaching right then and there. I bet you she got her little tail straightened out. So don't tell me that God is not able to forgive. Yes, he can. But these are Christian people. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. It's not like they don't know. Come on now, Mr. and Miss Church. I said it. Somebody need to hear it. Since I'm not going to do no marriage counseling, God gave you that for the night, okay? You needed to hear that. Now you're going to feel a whole lot better. Don't you feel better? I know you do. I know you do. He going to save you now. He going to save you. Here it is. Verse number, the wicked is going to be destroyed. In verse number 5, and Isaiah chapter number 7, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins. Did you hear that? Righteousness is going to be the girdle of his loins. And faithfulness, the girdle of his reins. Man, that's crazy. I tell you what. In other words, around his waist, he's going to have righteousness there. The bit in his mouth is going to be faithfulness. Okay? So, man, I'm getting in trouble already. Faithfulness is going to come out of every word he speaks. Righteousness is going to follow him everywhere he goes. Now, verse number 6, I really don't care to read. I don't like this right now because this is showing you past, present, and future at the same time. It's crazy. Verse number 6 and 7, it's really crazy. Okay? And then I'm going to show you the future. All right? But it's really something here. See, it's showing you the past or where he's coming from, but this is the future of the coming king, really. And Isaiah's prophesying it. Okay? So he's coming on the scene. Verse number 6, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. Well, we already got that in the church. And the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them. A little child. Man, could you imagine that? I wonder who that child is going to be. I wonder who that child, I wonder who that child is going to be. And the cow and the bear shall feed, the cow and the bear. Could you imagine that? Let me move on. The young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Lion going to eat straw and not meat. I really don't. I told you I didn't want to bother with this. Didn't I tell y'all that? And the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the cockatrice den. Oh, God. Okay, this is how it's going to work, okay? The children are going to be able to play with rattlesnakes and water moccasins and the most poisonous animals in the world. They're going to be playing with snakes, sticking the head in the snake den. God help us all. Isn't that power? Hadn't got to the good part yet. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, and the waters cover the sea. You see that? Future, past, present. Now watch this. I'm about to show you something that's terrifying in America, that's terrifying in Israel. I'm about to give you one of the scariest movies, worse than The Exorcist. Make The Exorcist look like it's a cartoon show. Are you see? Watch this. I'm about to scare the hell out of every white person in America. Did you say white person? I sure did. And it's going to scare the heaven into every black person. What? Watch. I'm going to show you. And in that day, just watch. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign or a signal or a sign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, outsiders, and his rest shall be glorious, everyone coming in. And it shall come to pass, here come the nightmare, exorcist, in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time. What? The second time. To do what? To recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush, that black man, and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. You didn't know that, did you? Oh, I'm not finished yet. This is terror, folks. This is terror. You haven't seen nothing yet. And he shall set up an ensign or signature for the nations and shall assemble. Shall assemble. I'm going to let every nation from heaven to hell know what I'm going to assemble. Watch what he's going to assemble. Watch and learn and live before they kill you in the streets of America. Oh, America, America, America. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcast of Israel. Who's outcast? And gather together the dispersed of Judah. Who's dispersed of Judah? Who? Who don't know their land? Who don't know their domain? Who? Exorcists. It's scaring y'all, ain't it? Oh, it's not scaring me. I already know who I am. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. No, they call you what's called a black American Negro. You understand? We don't care nothing about all your deep knowledge, all your little books, all your little religious rhetoric. To hell with that stuff, because it's not going to get you nowhere. If my people, which are called by my name, who you can't tell nothing. Who you can't tell nothing. You can't tell a black man what they call a Negro nothing. Look at your TV. Look at how they got them on TV, shaming themselves, showing their butt, cussing, doing stuff, housewives this, husbands that, shaking with hair. You see, white people, we got your blonde hair, we got your red hair. You can't, no, sir. No, sir. We are not Africans with nappy hair. We got slick hair. No Absalom afro. No Judah praise. We don't dance with no drum beat on no sandy beach with dust at our feet. We got tennis shoes on. What you talking about? What you called back then, which was called the nigger, and what the nigger called the cracker, live just as good as the cracker. Don't you understand? The nigger. Tell them. Prophet Johnson said it. Closing. And he shall set up an ensign for the nation and shall assemble the outcast of Israel. Who's outcast? And gather together the dispersed of Judah. Who's from Judah? I'm closing, Cap. From the four corners of the earth. Where are we? The four corners of the earth. I'll pick this up tomorrow night. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart. Look who's mad at him. In the adversities of Judah. God said, I'm going to kill every devil of Judah. I'm going to kill every devil that ever tried to stop my praise. I wish Captain didn't have me hog-tied tonight, because I'll preach this and I'll preach it. I'll preach the hell out of this message now, and I'm angry and I'm mad, and y'all know it. In the adversity of Judah shall be cut off the adversaries. I'm going to kill every Ephraim shall not envy. White man shall not envy Judah anymore, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. We going to work together. We going to come together, and this vexation is going to stop. The kingdom within. We sit up and want to play church with God. Y'all forgive me, because anger don't get you nowhere. They say a soft-spoken voice turns away wrath. You can attract more bees with honey than you can flies or something like that. Remember to be really nice. And don't ever let them see who you are and know who you are, because once they do, then they will no more respect you. The hell with that language and the people that said it. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Tell them Prophet Johnson said it. Bye.